Good morning. Minute and a half to go. Minute and a half to go. Good morning. Market rolling back after last couple of days that we saw this rally. Just talking about a second wave now this time around. $20 seconds to go. Alrighty, here we go. Yellow candle, 1 minute. Yellow candle, 1 minute. WAFU. Yellow candle, 1 minute. Yellow candle, 5 minutes. Gapping up with volume over the 50-day moving average. Increasing volume, huge volume here, 1 minute. The daily and the 5 minutes. Yellow candle. NK pulling back. AVID yellow candle, 5 minute time frame, 7:51. We'll be watching that. Gina's getting a little bit of support. BE JetBlue and Macys bouncing off. OXY doing the same thing. Still waiting to send an order. Trying to determine where the prices are gonna go here. Watching Wafu or Waifu. Macys, JetBlue, NK, AMC, OXY, CLR, AVID. Alright, Waifu. Breaking the high of first 1 minute candle. 1141. Macys going higher too. BE, Waifu. NK. APT, OXY. Taking a second here not to be a superhero. I didn't expect this bounce on Macys, to be honest. And I'm trying to determine where it could be a decent spot to get in on Macys, right? But the range is a little too big. There's no moving averages to set. Let me show you here. No moving averages here. The range here is way too high to 743, the high of this candle. And although we're showing indications that it might reverse here, I don't want to be too early on this, because if it holds, it's gonna break and go up there. So I don't have a level to risk this entry. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even open TOS. I haven't opened TOS in weeks now. And since TC2000 rolled out a new version of the software, I've been taking some tutorial videos that they have. I have to say though, the new things that they roll out, too strong. Like for me to go back to TD now just to use it as a charting platform, it's gonna be really hard for me. Okay, Macys flagging here. Had a 1 minute 730, tapping that 730 right there. A lot of selling going through right here. 17,000 share seller at 730. Short sell restriction, you gotta put your order on an uptick. You gotta be picked up and then reversed. And looking at OXY, it's pretty much the same thing that he's doing here. $730 is getting a lot of sellers there. Well, you got to absorb. Next leg is 743. 743. NK pulled back from that 5-minute hammer at the open. I had no chance to short that one. The whole market is, well, not the whole market, but the overall market is rolling over today with fears of a second wave of coronavirus. I don't want to say something wrong on a live stream, but rather keep my opinion though to myself. All right, let's see the 5-minute time frame right here. 5:43 or 6:43. And we also have resistance at 748 on the daily on Macys. OXY rejecting that 100 simple moving average. CLDX moving higher. See a little choppy here. I think the AMC though will actually come down hard. Look at the 5 minutes here. There's a possibility we're gonna print a bear flag pattern, and look at how it surged down, or should I say surged down? The volume surge gapping down on the first 1 minute candle. So this candle printed volume over the 50 regular or 50 simple moving average, 50-day moving average, right? And it gapped down. So this is the reason why I have yellow candles here. If you look at here, the daily as well shows me where it gapped up or down with volume over the 50-day moving average. So with volume over the regular volume, I have all my candles now, all my charts now showing me this kind of stuff, even if it's a 1 minute time frame. Okay, Macys getting a little interesting. It's a 43. Keep an eye on this thing here. We see the spider still bouncing right now. So I'm really not gonna short right in the spot, but we got a 748 daily on Macys, so end up taking a $100 simple moving average to Macys, 5 minute time frame. It seems like the market rolling over a little bit. APT came right back up. See Macys here, a lot of selling going there. 22,000 share seller at 752. doji on the 1 minute time frame, APT topping candle, 5 minute time frame. $15 simple moving average high. We had a little bit of resistance consolidation here, 750. On Macys, they took it down. Topping candle right here, close to 752, which is a 15-minute average, 15-minute candle high. I'm gonna set a little bit of a topping candle here. He's coming down, showing a topping candle on the 15. It was close to the 15-minute time frame. Coming down. Topping candle 5. Topping candle 1. A little bit of support, 743. Big bin slap right here. People taking profits around this area. 748 prior resistance on the daily. And keep an eye on that level 2 on the ask. See where people are selling though, what they placing their orders. Remember, we got a short sale restriction here. You gotta place your order on an uptick if you're gonna short this thing. Still top account rejecting that little bit of a bounce there. Five seconds to go on that 1 minute candle. OXY reversal. APT hanging man on the 5 minutes. It's coming down. View app 724. View app 724 Macys. A little bit of support here, tapping that level 2, 736. What's that? 12,000 share bidder at 739. Still got 12 seconds to go here. 100,000 share seller here, 740. It's a big order go through there. Just went through. Possible bear flag pattern on the 1 minute time frame, 738. Bid stacking 741. Little consolidation break in here. See if we can push it down. 741, 738. Let's see if it's gonna hold or not. 745 coming up. Couple of sellers, 745. 10,000 shares sell at 746. Doge on the 5 looks like we're coming down again. 741. They're holding it really tight here. Got a decent pullback though from that high. 762. APT reversal. Macys setting up to come back down. $18,000 shares. 18,000 share bid 740. Keeps dropping here. View app 725. Looking very nice. I shorted 746. I had to hold through all the thing, and I held through the consolidation, this bounce here to reject the $0.5 resistance again here, 746 when it was going up. So I held through all of this thing here, waiting for that topping can to come back. When it came back, gave me a couple of cents on the way down here. Then it came right back down, retest this area and rejected right back down again. 746. Good trade. Good morning, Sean. we got pretty close to the view app. View app was sitting 725. We went through the view app. We dip here to 720. I showed it 746. This candle here towards the 750. I shorted it knowing that it was gonna go up and then follow through. Probably had a topping candle. This is what we have here, as you notice here, topping candle. So I had to wait until it got all the way to 762. The reason why I didn't sell it was because we had a 15-minute 762 exactly right here. So I took a little chance since he held this area, thinking if we don't break, we might end up going to the 762 area on the 15-minute and then have a reversal from there. I'm no longer holding anything. We having a bear flag pattern right here on the 1-minute time frame. So far, decent trade. So far, pretty decent trade. On Macys. And it keeps going down. 721 low here. I'm no longer holding anything though. But it looks good though. We have a bid at 10,000 share bidder, 721. $721, hold in there. 10,000 share bid. 11 now. 11,000. Under the 50 simple moving average in the 5 minutes. I think it's gonna be resistance this area now. It's rejecting that area. Let's see. But we have a big bid right there, 10,000 shares. My hold on the 5 and have a little bit of consolidation here. Sideways on the 5 minutes before it goes through. 9,000 shares seller. Oh, we're bouncing here. Still, the BOAP might end up being that resistance here. Might end up rejecting the BOAP, coming right back down. But we got a 20,000 share bid at 725, which is actually the BOAP there. APT going higher. APT. Hello. Oh. Yes. Aquí vamos trading. Aquí trading vamos. Trading mommy. Hello? Hello? APT reversal candle here. Looks like we're printing bird flag pattern formation with 1 minute time frame here on APT. Let's give it a minute. I don't have any shares to share on that one anyway. Look at how Macys actually gave us that little nice flag pattern formation coming here. And then he went sideways to make the flag. Broke down here. Very nice follow through to the downside. Excellent trade. Not too difficult to spot. Only thing is it would have done a lot better if I would have gotten in, and I have gotten waited a little bit longer when it came up here. But being that it had a short sale restriction, we had this pattern right here. If you look at 745, this area here is where I really thought that we're going to we were going to have that reversal. And so what I did was that I sent out a stop limit order to short this one with a trigger price of 745, a limit of 746, and it got me filling the way up. We went to 762 here, and that's based on the 15-minute time frame. Rejected with a topping candle here, came back. Now mind you, I was around here. If I would have gotten over here, by the time it got down here the first time around 735, that would have been a pretty decent move, because from 762 735 is almost 20 cents. It came up and flagged around this area. Look at this nice bear flag pattern, and then it just flush all the way through at 720 here, dipping down, which is actually a pretty good trade. And you know, I had a decent trade though, again from this spot around here. But if I would have waited, which needless to say, I mean, it's something that hindsight 2020, right? How can you really know there's gonna have a reversal from 762 another 750 area on the half dollar? But regardless of that, you know, it just gave us a decent trade so far on Macys, which is actually a pretty decent thing. Macys is coming down. Possible bear flag pattern on the 5-minute time frame.
Stay home, save lives, help stop coronavirus. 1. Stay home as much as you can. 2. Keep a safe distance. 3. Wash hands often. 4. Cover your cough. 5. Sick, call ahead.
Possible bear flag pattern formation, 5-minute time frame on Macys here. holding the view app on the 5. Well, not on the 5. I'm saying holding the view app here. Gotta give it another minute anyway. But the first and most clear move and pattern already happened so far. Now we can have a bear flag pattern on the 5 minute, which is a pretty decent also indication, but the 1 minute gave us already a pretty decent entry. Look at APT, the same thing we were saying right here. At a reversal candle now coming down. I don't have any shares to short on that one though, but the reversal is looking pretty decent. Macys, where's Macys here? I have it in another window there. You guys don't see that one. Let me put it right here. This one is not doing anything. Still consolidation on Macys though. Probably gonna have a little bit of consolidation also on APT before we have any kind of follow through. BE dropping quick. Same thing. Well, not that quick though, but it's dropping, and it's dropping hard. Short sale restriction. APT moving still. Energy sector. APT has a 5 minute consolidation. Macys still going sideways though on the 5. Weifu. Trying to have a little bit of a round bottom formation here. A lot of whipsaw on the overall market. Trying to put the spider here. You guys show you guys exactly this thing here. Let's see if I got the 5. Should be 5. Look at the spider here. I think Weifu just got halted though. Take a look at that once it resumes here. I'll show you the spider for a second. Look at the formation that we have in here on 5 minutes. We got a pennant formation on the 5. BE keeps dropping. Weifu hold it. Looks like it's trying to make a move. Take a screenshot here. Weifu. if we hold it. Here's the thing though. People short sell when they really think that a price is actually going down due to news or indicators or a pattern. For example, I'm going to show you Macys. And short selling is just people thinking that the price is going to go down instead of going up. Macys had a ramp up in the morning. Overall market is really choppy. It started going down. Macys has a short sale restriction because it has dropped more than 10% from the prior day, even including yesterday. So when you see this drop here, when you have a 10% decline on a stock, a short sale restriction it's imposed on a stock, so that way they can protect the stock and it lasts for 2 days. So again, I was just looking for a place of a reversal pattern on Macys. I'm not trying to go for 3-4 months, so I'm looking for a short-term drop on Macys, and I was looking at a spot where I was thinking it was going to come down. $0.50, for example, when it started to give us the first red candle here. I also noticed I already had a trend line for that resistance on the daily that it shows here. You see this, how it held this resistance? So I had an idea that it might come down from this area, again due to patterns and indicators. So a lot of other people are looking at the same thing that I'm looking at. They come here, but it had a spike on the 15 to 762. This is exactly the top of the 1 minute candle here. So I shorted the stock, waited until we had a topping candle and it come back. Flag formation, which is another indicator that the price is just consolidating for a follow through move, and he dropped follow through. Again, a price of a stock doesn't necessarily go down because people are shorting. I want to make that clear. A lot of people are confused with a price going down because it's getting shorted. It's not necessarily getting shorted. It's people selling. And the amount of people selling is more than the amount of people buying. People are selling in higher percentages than the people that are willing to buy at a certain price. That's why the price goes down. It's not because of the shorts. When a price goes up, it's not because of the longs. It's people wanting to buy at a higher percentage compared to the people that want to sell the stock. It's supply and demand. Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused with a price going down thinking that's getting shorted. It's not getting shorted. It's people selling. And because of that, shorts come in and they go and they sell and they buy it back. It's just that. It's not people shorting a stock that's making the stock go down. It's people thinking that the price will go down, and as a result, the shorts come in as well. But it's not because of the shorts. It's just that are more demand to sell a price than the people that want to actually buy that current price. That's what actually happens. It has nothing to do with shorting or with buying. And this thing is actually going to get halted again though. Volatility on this one is crazy. I wish, that explanation actually helps you understand a little bit. Because I think many of you in the group are actually confused in regards to that kind of stuff. That you think that you see the price going down and you think it's people shorting the stock. It's not necessarily that. It's just people selling a price because they think that the price is no longer going to go up. And because of certain patterns and indicators, short sellers recognize that there is a listen pattern, that they might be a decent chance for them to make a couple of bucks, and they go in and take advantage of the pattern. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the shorts is a short's fault for the price of the stock to go down. Does that make sense? All right, so the spider S&P 500, we broke down on the pennant formation on the 5-minute time frame. Right now, everything is coming down. Macys holding that 718. I think we're gonna drop some more. Butterfly pattern on the 1-minute time frame coming down still. I really thought Macys was gonna go down a little faster towards the $7 area, but it didn't do that. It just came under the view app a little bit and then bounced off of that area, gave us a little bit of consolidation on the 5 minutes, reverse right back down. Now trending under the 50 simple moving average on the 5 minutes, 720. Now 5 minute 50 simple moving average on the 5 might end up being that little resistance here. APT reversal didn't really work so well though. Same thing with OXY. There's a little bit of whipsaw here today. I mean, I don't know how to explain really the question that you're asking, because I don't get the question though. Like, what's the utilization? What for the shorts? Like, how can you really, like, are you talking about the float? Because how can you really know how many people are short on a stock other than you look at the float long term? Like, if you, like, the only way to know how many people are actually selling, not shorting, is looking at the tape and seeing on time and sales how many people are selling on a level, and looking at the ask and the bid and trying to determine how many people want to buy or sell on a spot, and then looking at exactly the time and sales to see if it was people getting filled on the ask to buy, or if it was people getting filled on the ask because they wanted to sell. Because remember something, people sometimes get out on the bid when they want to go out on the bid, because they just want to go out, because the price on the bid is where people that are outside are coming in. They trying to buy low. So if you're inside, you're gonna try to get out because you someplace something didn't happen, and they're gonna fill you. If you put a market order, the market order is gonna fill you at the bid, because that's the price where the people that are outside coming in to buy a stock, they want to buy lower, okay? But sometimes if you short and you have a short sell restriction, you gotta put your order on, not on the bid. You can't short going down, you gotta short going up. So you need to place your order to sell on the ask, and you gotta place your order on a high price. So in order for you to know exactly what's happening, you gotta read the tape, you gotta read the level 2, you gotta see how many orders are being placed on a spot. For example, how many orders are being placed on $15, and then when $15 actually hits, looking at the tape to determine if people are actually buying there or selling. Because when that price comes in at the $15, you only can see how many people are sitting at the ask. Okay, so let's say 10,000 share offer on the ask. That person wants to sell 10,000 shares at $15. Okay, how about if it's a short sell restriction? Still, he wants to short. He wants to sell at $15, high price, because the price is gonna come right back down. So at the time that he wants to get out, he needs to cover at the bid because he wants to cover a lower price. So in order for you to see, he's gonna buy the bid. So sometimes it's not that you see on the bid, but sometimes people are shorting the bid because the price is going down, but instead the shorts are buying the bid, which in conclusion will make the price of stock come right back up a little bit more. But again, if that's if somebody's covering a position and they covering on the bid, but if they shorting the bid, the price is actually going to come down because they actually selling the bid. So in order for you to know, you need to read the tape, you need to read the level 2, you need to read the time and sales to see the current levels showing you on the montage, on the bid and the ask, and where those prices are actually being filled, if that's on a buying side or a selling side. Yeah, it's just that. I mean, there's no formula to know. That question is a little really tricky because there's no formula for that kind of answer. Yeah, there's no way of you being able to determine if somebody's short or long if you don't read the tape to know if people are selling more than what they buying. In conclusion, if they selling more than what they buying, the price gonna come down. If they buying more than what they selling, the price gonna come up. But in order for you to know that, you gotta read the pattern to see what everybody else is looking at and see how that pattern reacts to the price that it's printing at the moment to know what people want to do at that current price. But there's no formula to determine if there's more shorts that there's more longs. Like, that's a tricky question. Sean, you say you posted something? Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to help you guys out. I know at the beginning it could be a little confusing though. But again, in order for you to know what you're doing, if you go to if you're a doctor and you're gonna go through surgery, you're gonna operate on somebody, you have a bunch of tools in front of you. You can't go in just not knowing how to use the needle to do the stitches, right? Or to use the machine to glue something if you need to glue it just to put it together, or not knowing how to use the little, how do you call it, the little cutting knife that they use that it cuts a lot. So you need to know how to use all of the tools if you're going to go into an operating room. If you're a truck driver, can you drive a truck only knowing how to go forward? You need to know how to park it. You need to know how to go backwards. You need to, like, if you need to, like, if in order for you to do something and do it well, you need to know how to use all the tools. And it's just, those are the tools in front of you at the moment. I understand that that's free brokers as of right now, that and don't get me wrong, if you swing trade, that doesn't have to, you look at the float and you see how many people are short or long, and you go into the pattern because you go long term, you're looking at the trend, and the trend is going to react in a way. But if you are day trading and you're gonna try to do this now in the next 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes, you need to know how to read the tape, because that's gonna make it or break it. Now, if you're swing trading, that's different though. You go in, you see the trend, if it has a round bottom formation, if it's holding up, if it's trending up, if it's trending down, if this is happening this way or that way, if it's close to resistance or support. That's different. You don't need to be reading the tape for that, because you don't need to be babysitting your position. But if you're gonna be day trading, you need to know how to use the tape though. You need to know how to use that montage. I know that many of those free brokerages now, they don't offer level 2, they just offer level 1. And that's going to be a little tricky if you want to day trade. If you go to Robinhood or one of those little whatever, and you don't have level 2 and you want to day trade, that's going to be a little tricky though. Again, it's just using all the tools at hand in order for you to do the best you can with what you have. All right, so we have a yellow candle, 1 minute time frame on CLDX. Not looking too great now, but yellow candle shows that the volume is actually stepping in volume. Volume stepped in over 50-day moving average here, but it doesn't look good though. I'm not gonna touch it, not even with a stick. This thing, APT keeps coming up. Morning kind of tricky though, slowing down right now. Some more consolidation in Macys. Let me just take a look at Macys real quick here again. Waifu is being really volatile there. APT keeps coming up. You could do day trading on Robinhood if you have more than $25,000 dollars on an account. You can day trade on any broker if you have more than 25,000 shares. If your broker is in the U.S., the trick is that broker good enough for you? Does that broker give you all the tools that you need? Do you have level 2? Do you have time and sales? For example, I use TC2000. You see me right here with all of my monitors. Sold TC2000 and I love it, and I'm not going back to Thinkorswim. Why? Because I got more tools that I can use even for my scanning. Like the scanners that they roll in on TC2000 now are just I don't have words to explain how I am able to use indicators and different things for me to find stocks to trade. And the criteria is like really to the point of really squeezing everything out and just showing me exactly what I want to see. Thinkorswim doesn't give me that. But hold up. I don't have no level 2 and no time and sales when it comes down to TC2000. So I cannot say that I can't day trade only in TC2000. TC2000 has a brokerage also. So if I want to open a TC2000 brokerage account to trade through them, that's great, right? But I don't have the tools to day trade when it comes to time and sales and level 2. So I can't use them. So every broker is good. You can use Robinhood. Yes, of course. But do you have the right tools to use it? Yeah, does it look good enough? Are you going to be able to maximize the opportunity? Because if you don't have $25,000, you're not going to be able to day trade. You're going to be able to do a couple of transactions on a week, but you can't have more 4 transactions on a 5-day period. You can't have it. You cannot, because you're subject to the PDT rule. Listen, and that's great. That's good. For example, you see Matt. Matt is on the group. You see Matt putting trades on his phone many times around. He has a job. And he's busy from the morning to, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. I don't know. And he still tries to put in the trades. He knows a little bit. He's been around for some time. There's also more people in the group that have a job and they not day trading, they swing trading, they're going for a little bit more of a range, and they're not as active, and they still do pretty good. And you don't have to force in, you just gotta look for what works for you, right? So if swing trading is better, you save on commissions depending on what kind of broker you have. Nowadays mostly everybody's free, but if you can go in, look at a range, go in, take advantage of that range, and then get out on a later date. Let's say 2 days, 3 days hold. Not holding bags though. I'm not talking about holding the bags. I'm talking about recognizing the trend, setting an objective, setting a limit for that risk, and going in with a price target. And then when a price target hits, getting out. The fact of the matter is recognizing the pattern first to know exactly when to pull the trigger to go in or not to go in. But there are different types of trading when it comes to, you know, that kind of stuff. Now, PDT, you're only subject to PDT when you're trading stocks. If you're trading options, you don't have that problem. Now, I'm not going to say I know how to trade options. I have no idea how to do that. I never put myself into trading options, so I don't know much about that. Forex is another thing that you don't have a PDT on Forex, right? So it's different kinds of trading that way. So feel bad for you, Sean. ABT rolling right back down. Getting a little slow now. Getting a little slow now. You can do that with any single broker because you're just gonna be buying, holding until you get to a spot and then selling at a price. You can do that on any broker. You can do that at Robinhood. You can do that at Webull. You can do that at TD. You can do that at E-Trade. You can do that at Scottrade. You can do that at TC2000. You know, you could do that at any broker that you have that you want to use. Flag on CLDX. Let me show you something. Let me show you something here. Scene 3. Switch this one up to a daily. Which one is the daily that I'm looking for? That's not the one. This is it. And then bring all right, so let me show you something real quick here. I'm gonna pull out a scan. Show me here something on the bounce or about to. Okay. Look. This one I still don't like too much, but it's close to the prior low down here. 1250. We got 1406 today, going higher, so we bounced right off. Gonna go into next one. Look at how it's making this consolidation around the 580, with the stochastic showing around the 20 area. So it's showing that it's oversold, and we have a hammer on the daily here, which gives an indication that it might hold and come right back up. Next, a little too far away, still don't like that. I want something a little bit more of a bottom formation. 4370, 4380, so pretty close, making this little bit of a consolidation around the prior support. Right here, the same thing. Slack, nice gap up to fill. Let's go back here for a second. Nice range towards 50, and then from 50, nice range towards 60, right? And here in Slack, same thing. We got a range here to 40.07, getting that little bit of support on this area. Fit still coming down, has a long way to go, still not looking too great, but gotta let it consolidate, come and maybe turn around. This one still not looking too great. We got a couple of areas of support down here that we can see. If it holds, we might have a little reversal, but still not too convinced in regards to that. Not too great. Nope. 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 Okay, this one looks a little bit better. CRC now coming to the prior low, 133, 132 here. Ramp up to 150 as of right now today. You can see multiple areas here of support. Right, this is called an island gapper. Island gap, this one here, okay, came up, down, retested the prior support. CRC, 2 million shares traded today so far, pretty decent volume. Oil and gas, and chances are, if the oil and gas energy sector gets to be recouped, we might end up coming right back up. These are stocks with a possibility on the daily to have a nice range up and give you a nice bounce if you want to buy for, let's say, $2, $3, whatever range you are deciding to do. And I'm not trying to find stocks that are having a reversal from the top, because you probably are not going to be able to short, and even if you were able to do so, it's a little bit more complicated and it's a lot more risky, because if the stock actually is shorting and the stock rips, you can get involved in a margin call, and you can lose the whole account and then get in debt because you be involved in a margin call and you be in debt to your broker. You got to pay up. But if you're long and the stock goes down and it goes to zero, you don't, with the price of stock, you're just losing money, but you can't go into debt with your broker. If you want, just hold it until it turns around and then you sell it on the way back up. Chances are you're going to have to hold for a little bit of time, but better than getting into debt. So I'm trying to find something, giving you guys idea of some movers that are actually getting a little bit of support, that are actually doing pretty good, things that you can find that are actually probably gonna bounce. It's this kind of stuff. So as a matter of fact, I gotta put CRC here. TMRB didn't work out. CRC, we're gonna put it in this window here, looking actually pretty decent for that nice bounce right there. See, these are the type of ideas that I look for when I make the scanners every weekend and I send out an email. As a matter of fact, I haven't sent that email in like 2 weeks already. I took a little break. I wanted to see if people actually miss getting those ideas. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yeah, you can buy and sell the same day though, but you remember you need to. What do you mean the same day? Like if it goes up that high, yeah, you can sell it at whatever price you decide to do. Remember, you have 5 rolling period, right? 5-day rolling period, and you're able to do not over. You're able to do not over 4 transactions, right? For a round trip. So if you buy today and sell tomorrow, it's not considered that you're doing a round trip because you're holding it overnight. So you have a possibility of selling out. If you want to buy and sell the same day, it's no problem. You have to make sure that you don't exceed the amount of times of the 5-day rolling period, because if you do, they can lock in your account for 3 months, and they might give you a free pass the first time around. You made a mistake, I'm sorry, you call them up and they say, okay, this time is okay, we're gonna release the account, no problem, but make sure you don't do this again. So it's just that, right? So you gotta make sure that you don't do nothing like that. But yes, you can do that the same day. All right, CRC. This one is holding the 50 simple moving average, right? But it doesn't look good. I don't like it. He broke the trend line here for that. This trend line support got broken down, so I'm really not too convinced that this is great. MNK coming down this area though. Trading inside of that pocket, 373, 255. If it breaks down, next leg down towards the $2 mark, so it's not looking too great. For a bounce play as of right now. This one no, this one no, this one no. This one no, I don't like it. And in reality, I hear rumors that there's chances that they actually file for bankruptcy though. This CHK, Chesapeake Energy. So, again, THMO, I think we're gonna back on top, yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some ideas here and stuff. So. Macys dropping. Let's open up another scan. Let's say holding the 20. Say APT today, holding that, crossing up the 20 simple moving average here, having a bounce. If you notice, we have a hammer here, gapping with volume over the 50-day moving average. Volume more than the 50-day, let's just say volume over regular amount of volume, right? Over a 50-day rolling period, the average volume is higher than the prior 50 days, okay? Yellow candle. We got one here, we got one here. Still gapping two. So chances are we're gonna probably hold if we don't reject this 50. We get on top of it. Right now we're on top of the the 50, the 100, and the 20 here. But we're just crossing over the 20 today. Chesapeake, again, I don't like it. I don't like this too much. No. That's it for now. APT is the only one that looks a little bit better there. And anyway, just wanted to give you guys a couple of ideas though. I hope you guys got that little message there. You know, showing you a couple of things that might make sense for you. Let me just take a look at this thing. Oh no. Yeah, APT, I wanted to see here if I had shares to short APT. It looks like it's gonna have a decent reversal on the 15 minutes, but I have no shares to short on this one, so can't short it. Macys still coming down, broke that consolidation here. Came down. A little slow now though. A little slow now. Tarsine, if I don't know if you were here or if you were not here. I was showing a couple of names that might end up giving you a decent chance for a swing. I don't know if you're still in the stream. For those of you, I don't know who's here, who's not here right now. Anyway, we'll be placing right there the invite code for the people that want to get into the group. Which stochastics are you using though? There are different types of stochastics. Remember something else. My stochastics is probably not gonna look exactly as yours because my stochastics is combined with the volume and the indicators are two indicators in one plot right there. Even here, for example, you're looking at my window here, you see my stochastics right here. My stochastics are combined with the volume. So this is not one indicator here. This is two indicators together, plot together. So your indicators are probably not going to look exactly as mine. It's just that I'm able to combine them together. Other platforms you might not be able to combine the indicators in a platform as the same way as another platform. So this is the reason why maybe your stochastics doesn't show or look exactly the same way as mine. Is it just the lines, right? You only have the lines, correct? Only the two lines, not the little bars, right? Yeah, again, the indicator just it comes. That's the way it comes. Only the lines. It doesn't come with the bars. The bars that you see there is the volume for each candle that you see in the pattern on the chart. So you're not gonna have your stochastics look exactly as mine because my stochastics splattered together with my volume. So it's two indicators together in one spot. If I take it out, the stochastic is gonna be on top. For example, let me try to see here. Let me see if I move it. Okay. See? Now look at it right now. I'm gonna move it back, but look at how it looks, right? So your indicator is gonna look as mine, probably right there. Stochastics is supposed to have, well, some stochastics is just one line, depending on which stochastics you have. And let me just see here. STO. So my indicator is just the stochastics, right? Right there. Stochastics. Not the stochastics RSI, not the stochastics this or that. It's just stochastics, right? Let me just remove it. Because there are stochastics RSI, stochastics momentum. Now let me move it back. I'm gonna overlay my stochastics. With the volume. This you see how it looks like on my end. It's just that I'm able to do all of that kind of stuff. The horizontal lines, yeah. Let me take a picture of that. Let me show me a picture of that. There's two lines, but you need to choose if you want to see them, and you have to go into the settings for that particular indicator. So you're gonna have an overbought and oversold line, one on the 80 as it comes regular or default, but you can set it up to 90 and 10. So you're gonna have a line on 10 or 20 depending on the one you want the oversold, and 90 or 80 depending on when you want the overbought, and everything in between is gonna oscillate in between, showing you where it goes. Okay, got it. No, haven't get the okay, yeah, I got it. Off topic. Yeah, but the thing is, like, but you having the same thing that I have though. You have exactly two lines. That's the same thing that I have. But yours, like, let me see. You have a stochastics 14. I have a stochastics 12. And the K percent on Macys is a 3%. You also have a 3% and a 1. You're good. The only difference with yours and mine is that you have a 14 and I have a 12. My plot is 12. This is a 12 period. Yours has a 14. turn out to be a little slow now. Look at how the Macys chart looks on this daily pattern, right? It shows that over this couple of days here, we have gapping days over average volume each day. Even on the way down yesterday, this is the reason why today we have a short sale restriction on Macys, because it just how do you call it, didn't well, because it came down more than 10% yesterday. Even today it's down more than 10%. So you see, every time I have a candle, and this is something I'm able to do with my TC2000 regular red and green candles. I can place the whatever candle I want, whatever color I want anyway. But I decided that I wanted to have yellow candles because yellow candles show kind of like a warning type of thing on my face. So every time I see a yellow candle, whatever time frame I'm using, I know that the volume is surging over a 50-day average volume, and that that particular candle is being gapped up or down. So just a couple of things that I have set up with my trading software, so I'm able to spot different things when they are actually happening. For example, I'm able to scan for stocks that have come down, up, and then down again to try to find a bounce right back up. I'm able to find stocks that have come up, come down, bounced, and right out, making a new high over the last 20, 30 days, whatever I choose to do. So I'm able to look for names that are moving in a range to try to spot an entry on the daily. I'm talking. Even if I want a 5-minute time frame, but I gotta do that intraday anyway. But I rather look for the daily, so that way I'm able to find a new low or a new low on the 20, 30, 40, 50 day, and then bounce and get a high, and then reverse from that high, come up, and all of that kind of stuff. I'm able to do all of that. Guys, I'm editing a scan in here. Hold up, give me a second. Okay. trying to find stocks that I needed to fix. Pfizer going down hard today. Okay, only and okay. Let's just look for the other one here. IPWR. No. No. Not showing nothing interesting as of right now. Listen, if what you could do is set up scanners to try to find your names and ideas, and then test your ideas. You don't have to. For you to test something, you don't have to get into a position. Write it down. Like if I were like for example, let's just say Macys, an example. Buy Macys, set up an indicator or a scanner. Find ideas to give you things of what you want to see. When you see those things, now you have an idea what you're looking for, what you want to do. Write them down. I want to get in at this spot, at this stock that come up on the indicator. I want to get in at this spot. I want to get out of this spot. I think it's going to do this. And you write them down. You keep a note. You keep a journal of those ideas. And that's how you test those ideas. You don't have to buy in order for you to know. You don't have to risk it. There's a reason why you test before you do. And testing doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy in order for you to test if it's going to work or not. Anyway, guys, it's getting a little slow here, rolling up to midday. I'm gonna take a step back here. I'm gonna make the video recap right away before my kids come in to try to find me and play with me and all that kind of stuff. Make a video recap here about the Macys trade this morning. Show you exactly what I was thinking. Pull it up a little later on YouTube. I already posted a video last night, but it's going to be online because I put it on schedule to be online like around 1:30 the afternoon today, something like that. So the one that I'm gonna make now, I'm probably gonna make it available by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. Again, dealing with a new software. I apologize for the first video. I had to take the camera out on my face, and I recorded it before I make an upgrade on the software, and so I was having a little difficulty with the camera picking up on the FPS, the frames per second. Were not working too great. Software was a new software that was available with 2020 version. I was using an older version, and I installed a new camera. The camera was not working okay, so I had to buy the new camera and then buy the new software with the version 2020. So it was just a little bit complicated things, but anyway, the video's there, and if you want to see it later, you are welcome to do so. But I'm gonna take a step back. It's getting a little bit slow. I'm not gonna take any trades over this going into midday. It looks a little bit more risky than what we need to take right now. The great pattern already printed today on Macys. I was able to do something with it. Not a huge thing like over the last couple of days, like Sava or ABIO or over these huge movers like WAFU this morning. For those of you that are getting up a little earlier to get positions on those, I applaud you. I take my hat off for you. And that's actually a good thing that you're taking advantage of those moves. But for now, I'll see you guys in a little while, and we'll keep the conversation rolling in the group. So take care, guys, and I will see you later.